at 6.
Caught on camera. 2 suspected drug smugglers climbing the 30-foot wall in Nogales. A live report from the scene on what agents are doing about it.
And our other big story, deputies tracking a killer to the scene of the crime, an arrest to the gruesome discovery. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stella Inger.
And I'm Guy Atchley. Tonight we have a picture of the man whom deputies believe is behind the murder, 41-year-old Daniel Lindquist.
Deputies found the body just a few feet off Oracle Road, about a half a mile north of River. As 9 on Your Side's Craig Smith reports, even with a suspect in custody, deputies say they are still looking for clues in this case.
A man found the body here and called authorities. They estimate it had been on this spot for 2, maybe 3 weeks. Sheriff Chris Nano says the dead man and the man charged with killing him were homeless.
We believe there's just all of those things that you associate with the homeless issue, mental illness, homelessness, substance abuse, all of it comes together.
You can see over here just how close we are to Oracle Road, a very busy north-south road here, but there's still the kind of seclusion a homeless person might want for his camp. There's kind of steep terrain in here and an area where the person could set up to live. But this hollow was where detectives found the dead man buried under about 3 feet of debris. Deputies arrested 41-year-old Daniel Lindquist just a few hours after finding the body. He served 4 years in prison for aggravated assault and DUI. He had been out of prison for less than 2 months. The sheriff says Lindquist already had the injuries you see in his photo before deputies arrested him, apparently from a fight before Lindquist's arrest. Now investigators are looking for anyone else who may have known Daniel Lindquist or the victim and who may be able to offer more detail on the killing.
And that was Craig Smith reporting. Meanwhile, now to dramatic video from the border in Nogales. 2 men on the phone and on the run to the other side of the border, but not before they are caught red-handed. 9 on Your Side's Keaton Thomas joins us from the exact spot. And Keaton, where was Border Patrol when all of this happened?
Well, Border Patrol was actually a little bit off in the distance, kind of hidden from view from that video that was from a Mexican news station. But still, they tell me that they were very aware of what was going on as 2 men were scaling over the 20-foot wall here at the border with ease. Now, the video shows the 2 men coming down from the top of that fence, apparently with drug bundles attached to their backs. Now, they sneak around the street talking on cell phones, possibly with someone helping them avoid capture. But this afternoon, I did speak to a few border agents who say that there's a reason why they didn't immediately respond.
A lot of times we need to keep ourselves composed, keep ourselves kind of thinking outside the box a little bit, in the sense that we need to understand a 360 of what's going on at all times. There were children in the area, there are vehicles that were driving by. We need to be aware of all those different things anytime we go to interdict a group.
Now, before border agents could do anything, you see the 2 men jumping back onto the wall and scaling back to the other side in as little as 15 seconds before disappearing without being caught at all here by agents. Now, but again, agents say that they knew what was going on. And while we have this video from a news station in Mexico on the ground here, the surveillance towers here that you'll see at the border were actually giving agents a bird's eye view and communicating with them on the ground as all of this was happening. For now, though, we're live in Nogales. I'm Keaton Thomas. KGUN9 on your side.
Keaton, thank you. Tucson police continuing their search tonight for a man they believe is linked to nearly 20 bomb threats across Tucson, but they need your help finding him. Take a look at your screen. He is 42-year-old Octavio Acosta. If you have any information, please call 911 or 88 Crime. An update now on a fiery crash that happened on golf links Monday. 17-year-old Thor Bastedo was on his motorcycle when a car pulled out in front of him. Rescuers quickly rushed to his side. His family says he's improved his stable condition and will be in the hospital for a couple of weeks. The driver, Christina G., is facing criminal charges.
Well, we made it to the weekend and thousands of people will be heading out to the street fair. And you want to know how the weather is going to be?
Chief Meteorologist Erin Christensen is here with more on that.
Yeah, sometimes the spring street fair is a little hit or miss in terms of the weather. Could be really windy. Sometimes it's cold. Not this weekend. Looking great. Saturday, 77, mostly sunny. Wind from the east-southeast of up to 15 miles per hour. For your Sunday, even warmer still with 83 degrees and wind up to 11 miles per hour. Right now, we're at 70 with wind from the northwest, 9 miles per hour, humidity at just 18%. Coming up, that warm up for the weekend and the 90s returning soon. No fooling. Even our next chance for rain all in our 7-day.
Erin, thank you. New at 6, a Tucson couple is flying to India for a controversial procedure that's banned right here in the U.S. Forrest Falk was paralyzed from the chest down last September. He was told he would never walk again. But next month, he and his fiancée, Nicole Henry, will fly to India for stem cell treatment. 9 News Side's Christina Myers has the story.
Breaking news in Palms and a motorcycle crash. This is on the 405 freeway.
A car pulled out in front of me. I unfortunately had nowhere else to go and crashed into a truck.
The carpool and the left lanes, as you can see, are blocked.
Next thing I realized is I'm waking up to really bright lights and people telling me, don't move, whatever you do, don't move. And sorry. Yeah, just that I was in a motorcycle accident.
Then the doctor just came in and she just said, like, it was no big deal. She just like, he's never going to walk again. And I was just frozen.
After weeks in the ICU, Forrest Falk and Nicole Henry are still getting used to life with a wheelchair, but they're determined that Forrest will walk again. On a trip to Colorado for physical therapy, Forrest proposed. On that same weekend, the couple got more good news.
We had a lady come up to us from the Disability Resource Center and she said, you know, I actually got this stem cell treatment and it worked for me.
And she was walking?
And she was walking.
They immediately began to research Dr. Geeta Shroff in India, and they connected with a few of her patients online.
Bowel function back, bladder function back, mobility from various degrees. So we read through her trials and then just kind of reached out to her right away.
Nicole and Forrest are now trying to get together $45,000 for the procedure. They know they still have a long road ahead of them, but they're hopeful the stem cell treatment is a step in the right direction. Christina Myers, KGUN9, on your side.
A top whistleblower collecting a big check. How much did Edward Snowden receive to speak at the U of A?
Plus, know the rules before you get slapped with a parking ticket. This weekend, a live look at this popular event and how organizers are measuring their success. This one might just catch you off guard. You're watching KGUN9 on your side.
Now talk about some good music. Serenading you as you shop, eat, and roam. It's time for the 4th Avenue Spring Street Fair, and with more than 320,000 people expected to make it downtown this weekend, those vendors and artists will have quite a few people to entertain. 9 on your side's Megan Thompson is here live. The event closed tonight right now, but what's the rundown for tomorrow?
Well, Guy and Stella, you still have the whole weekend to make it down here, so don't feel like you've missed out just yet. But like you're mentioning, it has closed up. Right now around 6 o'clock, you can see some of the vendors here still up, but getting closed now as people are starting to leave for the night. But everything will be back open tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for everything to start back up again. And like you were mentioning, hundreds of thousands of people are planning a trip here this weekend, and so many already showed up today. Luckily, there are more than 400 arts and crafts booths, at least 35 food vendors, 2 stages, and more to keep all those people busy. One of those vendors, Lizzie Mead, she's selling jewelry on 4th Avenue, and most of the proceeds go to help animals. She says the first day has already been pretty successful.
Weather is perfect. You couldn't ask for better weather, and everybody's friendly, having a good time. It's been a beautiful day.
And Mead will be out here along with the other vendors and entertainment for the next 2 days from 10 a.m. until 6 in the evening. This is all happening between 9th Street and University Boulevard along 4th Avenue. And organizers tell us this may have been a record day for them. And Stella, they actually kind of figure that by toilet paper usage and ATMs. So according to the toilet paper, those numbers are in, and it was a strong day at the fair.
Lots of people using the bathroom. Way to go. Thanks, Megan. All right, something that's not fun, getting a parking ticket. So this weekend, be careful where you park if you're heading to the street fair. For this weekend only, the city has suspended rules that require resident parking stickers to park in the neighborhoods near 4th Avenue. But there's still ways for drivers to get a ticket.
So don't park, right up to the corner. Don't park right up, don't park close to somebody's driveway. Don't park close to an alley. Basically, if there's not really enough room for you to park without really getting, close to something that could cause some sightline visibility issues, just don't park there. Find something else.
Thanks a lot.
There's plenty of paid parking garages in downtown where you can then take a free shuttle to the fair.
So how's the weather looking for the street fair, Aaron?
Warmer, even warmer from what we were today, Guy. We topped out at 73 here in Tucson, but wait till you see the temps on the way this weekend. That's next.
Plus, what really inspired Dale Earnhardt to want to donate his brain to concussion research. You're watching KGUN9 on your side.